Happy Thursday, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Prayers for Florida. If you're still there, I hope you're okay. God's encouragement in tough times. Judges 7:9 through 25. Yesterday we read about how God reduced Gideon's army from 32,000 to just 300 before an important battle. Let's see what happened next. Naturally, Gideon was anxious. He was about to attack an enemy camp of more than 130,000 trained soldiers with just a handful of men. Out of kindness, God gave Gideon some encouragement by allowing him to overhear an enemy soldier recounting a frightful dream of a vision of Israel's soldiers' victory. Judges 7:13 through 14. God used that incident to demonstrate his sensitivity to one man's feeling of fear. He still operates that way today. Consider the power of a friend's encouraging words. Think about how meaningful it is when an unexpected blessing seems to come right your way in the darkest moment. Ponder the impact of reading a verse when you need it the most. These are not happy accidents. These are precious, confident builders from God. He sees our doubts and takes steps to intercede toward our weakening to make us bold. Our challenge is to remember the times in the past when God encouraged us. Standing on the evidence of God's faithfulness, we can boldly face the future, knowing that we are not alone. Hard sometimes, especially seeing what's going on in the world right now, how people are struggling, knowing that your family's struggling, and sometimes you feel helpless, or knowing that you have something coming up and you feel helpless. I told you before that I take my 3x5 cards and I write scriptures down on them, and I place them, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, put them in my purse, and I go over them. If there's something that if I read something and something stands out to me, I'll write it on a 3x5 card and just carry it with me for encouragement. And I also prayer journal. When I do a devotion like this, I'll write out a scripture that I read the scriptures that are in the devotional, and then I write one out, and then I just talk to God about what's bothering me or what's, something that's happening. I've had a friend lose her mother. I have a friend that's going through some health issues, and then I have family down south. So there's a lot going on right now. Sometimes it's hard to be positive when there's a lot of negative going on. But I needed to hear this devotion today because Gideon was anxious. He only had 300 soldiers going up against 130,000. Do you ever feel like what you're going up against is impossible? Excuse me. But you have to understand that nothing is impossible with God. Nothing. And things might not always turn out the way we had it planned, but that means that God has a different plan. So in our finite humanness, we can't see God's infinite wisdom. So though we may be disappointed, heartbroken, frustrated, we have to be confident that God is faithful in the work that He is doing in our lives, and that whatever He has planned is way better than we thought was best for ourselves. And that is so hard sometimes when we're hurting inside, or we're going through a health scare, or grieving. All I can say is just trust Him, that He's got it handled. And it's not our timing, it's His timing. Have a great rest of your day.